Hi Rochelle, I'm Kashi Mayavero, a Bachelor of Informatics third year student, currently pursuing my career in application analyst. Right now I'm working for B360 as an intern.
I'm Elizabeth Zola Ita, a third-year Bachelor of Communications at the Namibia University of Science and Technology. I'm currently an intern for the Swiss African Business Circle and would love to pursue a career in public relations.
Hi Elizabeth, my name is Rochelle Whitney Cornelius. I'm a third-year Bachelor's of Journalism and Media Technology student at the Namibian University of Science and Technology. I'm currently an intern for the B360 Education Partnership, and I would like to pursue a career in journalism.
Hi Rochelle, my name is Christine Skippers and I'm an intern at the Jobs for Africa Foundation. I'm also a third-year communications student studying at the Namibia University of Science and Technology, which is also the field that I would like to work in.
How has working with the interns been so far for you?
It has been very interesting to see how the students have developed over these 2 or 3 months, the 4 of them. And what has been, I think, extremely nice to see is the motivation, the high energy level, the dedication.
What was your experience with the company mentors of the internship?
Very good experience. They're very open. They are very understanding also of, the situation. I think they worked very well with the students, apart from it being electronical, from it being, over the internet. I think it was almost like a real internship.
How has your experience with being a host family been so far?
We are more than happy that we have the choice to be a virtual host family. So it was from the beginning, like for everyone, it's completely new and no one really knew what to expect at that time. But so far I can say that it was a great decision to be a host family.
From my side, it's really a huge difference between if the students are here in Switzerland and joining the whole day, and you can do something on the weekends together, and every evening you have discussion, you can explain something, you can help. And now we have only calls, you can send pictures or videos, and that's not really the same, but I think it's better than nothing.
Exactly.
Yeah.
What have been the challenges that you've experienced so far in the internship?
I would have to say the internet connection is a big one, but then also just balancing work and life, because when you study, you're not really used to long periods of working. So that's been quite a challenge for me.
Obviously, because it's a virtual internship and the first of its kind, we had connectivity issues in the beginning when we started, but then we worked that out, so now it's not a challenge anymore.
Specifically now in this time that we are right now, Corona has been a big challenge. The virtual internships, the whole idea really developed because of this pandemic. But I think at the same time, it also brought all of the stakeholders together to make sure to try to find solutions. I think it also kind of strengthened the dedication to make sure that the 4 of you are able to pull through and get the credits for this internship.
No, there are challenges, but I guess the challenges are there in all internships, if they're face-to-face or if they're virtual. On the virtual side, it's just the technology here that was very difficult in the beginning, yeah.
What are some of the challenges you faced during this time that you hosted Kashe?
I think the IT hasn't been the issue, because we were able to do the course kind of at 5 o'clock after your classes. But clearly it would have been easier if we had time in the evening, and then also to see where he lives or to meet his relatives, and just to be able to also exchange information kind of in a more relaxed, casual way.
Then for him in the office.
Then for him it's the office, it's a classroom. you're never really relaxed in an office or in a classroom.
I think as we also experienced, yes, it has its limitations, but I think they aren't as bad as many people think. So you can absolutely build up a relationship without ever being in the same room, because to a certain degree you are still in the same room. And I think it's the interest in the other person that builds that bridge.
Would you recommend other students to take part in a virtual type of internship?
Yes, definitely. Yeah, because it's of course, I think all of us, we are diverting now into new ways of doing things. So even with us, with the online classes, so, and the same also are expected from the students, that they also need to adapt to the new ways of pursuing their learning.
We've seen that many countries, as a result of COVID-19, many countries and many companies, moved their employees into the home office, where they are working remotely. And so our expectation is that the home office and remote work will not disappear as we return to what life and work was like before COVID-19. Our expectation is that it will stay.
What are the highlights of the internship so far?
Definitely the host families, the virtual host families. That's a great experience, and as well as the wonderful team that I am working with.
The training that we've been receiving, I count it as a highlight because I don't think I would have learned about all these things anywhere else. And also the team that I work with, the team of interns that I'm working with, I would also count them as a highlight because we really got close to each other in the short time, and I enjoy working together with them.
So the highlights, I would say, is the host families that we are assigned to. Those people, we spend like quality time with them, and they share a lot of experiences about Switzerland, and I also share more about Namibia.
So tell us, how was your trip?
My trip was so exciting. Like, I enjoyed every bit of it. Starting from Friday when we just drove off. So I just started like taking pictures of everything that I could see. So I really enjoyed the entire trip. We arrived in Swakop on Friday.
So I start at 8:20.
8:20. Exactly.
Okay, good. And then you have at 8:30 the B360 call, isn't it?
Yes.
Yeah.
And then I have at 9 the meeting with my line manager.
Oh, okay.
Look, shall I show you where I am?
Yes, please. Oh, that's beautiful. That's so nice.
I'm directly on the Lake of Geneva.
1, 2, 3. So how has your work experience with your respective company been so far?
Working on the database is actually something challenging, but when you have people that support and help you through all those processes, it makes the work more easier. So I would say I like working for my company, which is P360.
In what aspects has Kashi been most helpful during this internship?
I think what has been very helpful is his openness and his eagerness to learn. And this curiosity, this eagerness to learn, this constant trying to improve himself is really positive.
I've been loving it. My company is extremely interesting and I feel like I have a wonderful mentor.
In what aspects would you say the intern has been most helpful during the internship?
I think as you people are young, compared to us, you are tech savvy, And the fact that we were able to have Christine, a young person, who is able to figure out how to do certain things when it comes to social media platforms, I think has helped a lot, has helped our organization in terms of outlook, in terms of looking at new ways of communicating.
My experience has been great so far. I've learned a lot in the short period of time.
What do you think Elizabeth learned most or improved most in during this internship?
So I think she probably has learned to kind of trust herself a bit more. So she was able to do more and more kind of by herself rather than, always asking or taking a very long time to do something. She seemed to have gained confidence in herself and her abilities.
What has stood out for you mostly during this B360 virtual internship?
B360, they also enabled the students. So despite from just being at their workstation, so they were also plan some activities that enable students to also to have some social interactions. So especially when they went to the coast. So I think that was also a unique opportunity for the students to have that physical interactions or social activities.
The way it was organized by B360 stood out for me most because they were really thinking about everything, all the challenges that might occur, all the opportunities that are there. They really provided so many opportunities, like I was saying and previously, offering the very close relationships with their supervisors as in the real world. And then the opportunities, of course, to do the different tasks, which were at times challenging, but I think that's challenge is always a good thing because that is how you learn.
So with all this said, you would consider doing a virtual internship again?
Yes, definitely. I would definitely, based on my experience now, I would definitely again consider taking someone. Yes. And I hope our other partner companies will do the same.
Yes.
Of course.
Yeah. We prefer still to have to be a real host family, but every time again, as long as there's such people as you.
Kurwa kukuko yakatekure kukungo kwa kurupasa shute koshimo shinene omtekuro kuro mwanukarie yayo kuku tekura ngwe tutekuro kuku ngwe okente